everybody, welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. My name's Taylor and today we're going to be going over a used 2022 Bamaga. It is a four-wheel drive Mercedes Sprinter chassis. So we're going to go ahead and take a little walk around the outside and then we'll take a peek on the inside and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty, sliding over here. We have our nice upgraded wheels and tires. So these are the all-terrain TA KO2 tires. And then we have the black Rhino rims. Give it a nice little rugged, outdoorsy feel. Up above here, I just wanted to let you know we do have the blinker as well as the heated mirror, so that's great during winter. We have a nice little grayish blue full body paint. And as you can see, we do have our awning out today. I'll go ahead and turn on a few of the light configurations here. So we have our light inside of the awning as well as a nice little light up here to kind of completely light up the campground at night for you. And then you do have an underbed light as well, but you can't really see that one. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door just so you guys can kind of see the window that's right over here. So you do have one window on either side for some nice pass-through storage. We have a little decal here that gives it an off-road feel. And then in addition, we have a nice little ZAMP solar port here. So if you wanted some extra solar, in addition to the solar that's on the roof, which is 270 watts, you can go ahead and plug in some panels right here too. All right, now we'll slide on over here to take a peek of the rear. As you can see, you have a nice little rear light bar up there, and directly below that you have a backup camera. This is something that the previous owners added. It's from Owl Vans. It's just kind of a nice little, I call it a cork board, but for your car. So there's a bunch of different accessories and tie downs. You can put boxes on them from extra storage. If you're kind of interested in all the accessories that they have to offer, just go ahead and go on Owl Vans. That's something that we can install here at Transwest for you too, but this is just a nice website to kind of give you all of the options up front. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the doors here. We have a 360 door, so they swing completely open. All right, now that we're taking a peek of the inside, one of my favorite reasons why I love the Antero Bamaga is just because the bed splits in half, so it gives you not only the height, but also the width for some extra, you know, you can put in a motorcycle here, you can put a lot of different creative hiking, stuff that, all the toys that you want, as well as for winter as well as summer flexibility of being inside of the van. So I did want to go ahead and hop in here and I'm going to show you what the bed looks like right now, just because it's kind of tight once we both get inside here. So you have a latch here, so if you are off-roading, just a kind of a safety feature here so nothing gets squashed, I do have them both unlatched. And then you just go ahead and unlatch it on this side here. So you can see the bed comes down. I like to just keep it propped up, at least one side. That one's ready. And then I'll put this one down. Just gotta shimmy the bed a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now I can put it in place, set this one down. And the bed is a nice tight fit, so as you can see, it kind of overlaps here. I just personally like that too, so you don't have a nice little gap in the middle of the bed, so it's not separating overnight. So you kind of just have to shove it to make it nice and flat and symmetrical here. But as you can see, you have the windows on both sides. The customers kind of added some extra storage as far as these little baskets here. And then you have the LED lights all around, and then your nomadic AC, which also has a remote here. So no matter where you're at in the coach, you don't have to kind of come back here to turn it on and off. You can just go ahead and use this remote. All right, and in addition to the bed splitting in half, once we get inside here, you can kind of tell there's not really a booth dinette or anything like that in here. So I love how not only can it be used for a bed, it can be used for an office, for a workspace. You can go ahead and just take this cushion out if you know you're not going to need it for sleeping. Or if it's just a one person, you can kind of just, you know, prop up here and take a nap too. So you only need one cushion, but this can be used. You can prop out some chairs inside here. If the weather doesn't really permit you to eat outside, you could still be nice and cool and comfortable or warm inside here and do some work, or you can, you know, prop everything up for some food. All these little cabinets are just kind of access panels inside of here. This one is going to be where your air and water hose is. So you have a nice little air compressor in here, and as you can see, you have just a little dog bone here from a 30 to a 15, I would say, I believe. And then on this side, this is where your batteries are. So you have 3 lithium-ion batteries in here. Your inverter is going to be right in here. This is a 3,000 watt. This is just a nice little light here. And then of course just that access panel, so when the bed is out, if anything falls down there, you're able to grab it. And then you just have your breakers and fuses back here on these little things. As you can see on the floor, we have a nice little smart floor system. So that's how these are snapped into place. Since this is a used unit, the previous customers bought 2 chairs. So we have a total of 2 chairs in here. This one's nice that it folds down so you could still use that bed. And then you just have to recline it back up and prop it up. But it is a 3-way seat belt. And then you do have a nice little anchor. So if you needed something, need one for a car seat, you have the option of doing that as well. And then we just have our little water hose here and our 30 amp shore power cord. And then now I'm going to go ahead and hop out so I can discuss a little bit more on the outside. So here we go. We have that underbed light, so you can kind of see it turned on now on either side. So at night you can kind of light up this garage area. You can turn on your water pump as well as the rear scene light. So that is for our light bar in the back here. And then to just turn on our air compressor, we have this, and you'll go ahead and plug in the hose here. And then we have our nice little outdoor shower here. So for fresh water, we have a total of 18 gallons, and then our gray tank is 20 gallons. This one does not have a black tank. You have a nice little cassette porta potty in this little thing right here that goes ahead and pull out. I call it the nice little emergency toilet, so you have the option of that if needed. And then down below here we just have our 5,000 pound towing capacity with our lights right here. So if you wanted to plug in a tow vehicle, it's already pre-wired for those brake lights. All right, now I'm going to close it on up. And then before I forget, because I almost did, we have the speakers inside of here, which I'll get into, but you have nice speakers on the inside that you can Bluetooth to your phone. All right, now that we're on the driver's side, you can see you have a nice little heavy duty ladder here to access the roof if you need. And you can see that solar panel up there as well. And then this is where our freshwater fill is for that 18 gallons of fresh water. That secondary window I was telling you about for the nice cross breeze. And then as we slide over here, this is where our galley is. You have another window that will open here. And then we have our, whoop, it's not staying open, sorry, the 30 amp shore power cord connector here. For our driver's seat, we have the nice black, leather seats. And then it's partly, manual, and then partly electric here. So if you want to prop yourself up, recline yourself. So it's kind of the best of both worlds here. And then it still does swivel, so you can go ahead and pull this bar here and swivel the seat. And then we have our 24.5 gallon diesel fuel fill right here. So when the door is locked, it'll keep it nice and locked for you. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that hood. But I did want to mention that you do have heated seats. So up to 3 different settings here for the heated seat configuration. All right. All right, this is our first glimpse of the front. Before I pop the hood, you do have a nice little light bar up here, and I just wanted to turn that on for you. So it's going to be located up front here, right in between the right in between the passenger and the driver's seat, which I'll show you when we get inside. But very bright white lights there. And then you have your carbon fiber hood. All right. Now that's nice popped open. So this is on a 2021 Mercedes Sprinter. It's the 2500 high roof 44-inch wheelbase, and then it is a 3.0 liter 6-cylinder turbo diesel 4x4, 188 horsepower. So it has that 7G Tonic Plus 7-speed automatic transmission. And then it does have the 4-wheel ABS braking since it is a 4x4 4-wheel drive. And then you have your DEF fill right here. You got your coolant, your oil, and then your windshield wiper fluid. I almost couldn't see it, it's right over here. But everything's nice and separated. It's not super, jammed up in here, so it's easy to access and reach. So if you're someone that likes to tinker or do your own oil changes, you can kind of see that you have the capability of doing it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump on the inside. I know I already went over most of it, but I just wanted to show you the last few amenities here. So as soon as you open the door, we have our fire extinguisher. You also have a CO2 as well as a smoke detector that's going to be up there. So you have all of your safety features. This little thing that's right behind a chair that you can't really see since the bed's a little higher. You can go ahead and push this out and you have a nice little step up to go ahead and gracefully get into the bed. Then you have 2 USBs and 2 other charging outlets. This is just your Carefree awning controller. So I'll go ahead and bring that awning in now. And we can turn off the lights as well. All right, perfect. And you just have 2 little tie downs here. So if you wanted to put a first aid kit right here, that's where it came with when it was new. So if you wanted to go ahead and put that there too, you can go ahead and do that. They added their own little mirror. I'm gonna swipe by real quick. And as you can see, that first seat. And then I know I kind of explained everything in the back here, but I just kind of wanted to give you an overview of everything nice and opened up and closed. Whoops, okay, don't know where it went. My name tag fell off. Sorry, but here we go. We have the bed. It's nice and open. So as you can see, that's one of the reasons why I love this floor plan, just because unlike, similar to the Revel, the bed that goes automatically up, in my opinion, it kind of takes a lot of that headroom away, so you can't really use the whole length of the van. So I like this. It's nice and comfortable on the inside. These are just little insulated covers for the windows. And then of course you have more cubbies. It looks like the previous owner put these down here so you can kind of lock things up so they're not popping out as you're going down the road. So it's kind of neat and clever, all the things that they've done. Added a nice little mirror here too. Nothing too crazy. And then, we have a nice little charging cubby that's over here in this corner. So if you aren't a fan of the green that I picked out today, you can go ahead and change to any color of the rainbow here. And then you have a nice little night light reading light that has multiple options for lighting. And then of course just the charging and the nice little cubby to put any electronics while you're charging them. Sliding over here is where our Bluetooth sound, our speakers are, so you can go ahead and connect them Bluetooth and play music throughout the whole entire coach. This is just going to be for our heater, where you can go ahead and set a time and a temperature of when you want it to turn on and off, etc. Here's just for our batteries, fresh water, and then there is no black, so it will be gray. And then we have the master switch on and off, so that will turn off all power in the coach as well as turning it on. And then we have all of our light configurations inside of here, as well as turning on that water heater. This is for our 3,000 watt inverter made by Xantrax. And then as we slide over here, we have our first storage cubby here, right above our sink. So this is a 10-inch deep sink here with a nice little stainless steel rack at the bottom, and then this little stainless steel thing to rinse off buckies, or kind of nice little drying rack as well. This is just a magnetic little, metal plate here, so you can put up any magnetic, the stickers or whatever they're called. I'm drawing a blank on what they're called, but it's kind of cool how some people put up all the magnets with the, where they went, and on here, not everything and so forth. So then right here we have our nice little countertop, and then we have the one single big induction burner. And then up above here, we just have our microwave. All right, and our refrigerator. with the little baby freezer box. Perfect. This is that big window I was telling you about that it can slide open for some nice fresh breeze too. This is something else that the previous customers put on, so they added their own little bar here to go ahead and slide a curtain to kind of close that off, even though it comes with nice little magnet covers too for each window. This kind of closes it all in too, which I thought was kind of neat. Let me get through the other things that they have here. So it was magnetic up here. So this is for the front windows where you can go ahead for, it's great for winter as well as summer to kind of keep the heat or cool in. And they also added some more bungee cord things here. Oh, they did still leave the, here we go, first aid kit. So they just kind of changed locations here and they put it down there instead of having it over here. And then you do have 2 more charging, so if you wanted to put in a coffee maker, it's kind of hard to see, but it's over in this corner, and then you have 2 USBs as well, similar to the other one that we've seen today. Alrighty, more storage up here. Those insulated covers, some of them are up here as well in that storage bin. This is where I turned on that light bar. And then you also have a battery boost, so if you wanted to use your chassis battery to go ahead and jump the house or vice versa, you can just go ahead and use this merge button. Kind of saves you in a pinch. I'm just going to turn the chassis on here. And as far as the mileage, we're just under 27,000 miles, but so we have 26,278 miles to be exact for today, with a nice Mercedes steering wheel. We have our little controllers, so everything on this side controls the LED dash up here. Everything controls our touch screen over here, and then we also have little buttons too to kind of override in case the touch screen is being fidgety, or sometimes when you're driving, just pushing the button is a little bit more comfortable than chasing down a big touch screen. Down below here we have our hazard lights, and then all of our configurations for the heating and cooling. We have plenty of cup holders. The key fob, if you're familiar with Mercedes, it has a nice little spot down here that also charges that key fob battery, which I love. And then we just have some more storage across for the passenger, as well as up above on either side, and more cup holders. So perfect for long distance traveling. You can be fully equipped with all of your beverages, as well as snacks, books, or any gadgets that you need while you're going down the road. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for our 2022 Antero Bamaga 4x4. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or you want the original MSRP sheet, I have it right here handy, so I can email that to you guys to kind of get a little bit more nitty-gritty on how it was spec'd out when it was built. But you guys can contact me at my information below, which is 970-388-7937. Thanks for tuning in, guys.